All right, so a question I get quite often is, Brad, do you play Diablo 4? It seems like a game you would like. And the answer is yes. I've been playing it since it actually launched, and originally I was going to cover the campaign, kind of focus on the story, do all the cutscenes, and, you know, talk about it, but I just felt like this is one of those games you just want to play in your spare time. And I don't know, I didn't think you might want to watch this, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe down the road I cover the campaign, I'll kind of see how this video does, but for now this is like a one-time thing. I want to just basically play the game, show off the build I've kind of not really created. I kind of borrowed elements from different guides, and because I'm terrible at making builds, so wanted to try it out. All right, love you all. Thanks for all like support. Let's go ahead and get this. Name my character Diamond. I try to do like the E instead of the A to kind of have like an undead theme, you know. But I've always played Necromancer ever since 3. Never really played the Immortal one, the mobile game. Here's what I've got set up. I'm gonna do like some nightmare dungeons. I'll kind of show you my builds. Here's what I wound up doing. Abilities. I'm trying to think where to start at. Let's start with the gear. So I'm not... Okay, I have friends who are like level 100. I don't play as much as them because I really just... Here's what I do each day. I will... After my daughter goes to sleep, I'll edit videos and stuff. And as they're editing... I guess not editing, but as they're rendering on my other computer, I'm kind of waiting around. So I'll play this in my spare time. And lo and behold, I got addicted. So, all right. Ancestral Legendary Helm. We got... I went for the triple cooldown. I don't think you can get cooldown on other stuff, but I got... This is a pretty decent helmet. I think 820 is the highest... I guess like the highest item power you can have drop. Plus you can upgrade it with 25 extra. This one dropped 814, but I don't like... Some of the pieces of armor I have are not the best. Like these pants. I don't like the damage reduction while fortified because it doesn't help me at all. Not with this build, at least. I figured I could just talk about the game. If you've never played Diablo, I can't explain everything before we begin. So the orange text that says imprinted with the star next to it, that's an aspect. You want to kind of have a nice build. I basically used a build I found online, and then I kind of mimicked that, but also changed a few things to my liking. They had different things like more dexterity, stuff like that. I just decided to go all like shadow damage when I could. Vulnerable damage is really one of the major things you want in this game. Resource generation, I don't really know how good that is, but it seems like it's kind of rare to get. This actually dropped this way, by the way. I think it rolled with crit strike chance at like 3%, and I got lucky with it increasing a little bit. But the build kind of goes, I'm using shadow damage, the tendrils to pull all the enemies in, and I'm just spamming Decrepify, which kind of reduces cooldown. I got 2 uniques, actually 3 uniques. I'm going to be changing these out. There's actually some unique pants that I do not have. I'm going to take off these greaves. They leave like an ice trail, which is kind of cool. I gain armor, so I'm kind of min-maxing everything. I got... The imprinted on that is pretty much maxed out. This... Okay, here's what's funny. Just before this video, I recorded a member video where people voted for Diablo 4, and I played and actually got these gloves. And I was like, you know what? I had so much fun recording it, I decided to do this. But it's kind of my build. You'll kind of see here in a minute how it all works, but I feel like we can just kind of jump in. Actually, if there's the health tides going on, I may do that, but... And it's not up right now. Okay, that's great. It's like, all right. It's like every hour 45 it pops up. But right now I'm just kind of... Okay, we got this one. This is nice. Tier 47. Hopefully I can do this one. The only thing about this build... Let me go ahead and pop a elixir as well. The only thing about the build right now that I don't like is if it's like a 1v1 against a really tanky enemy, this build kind of struggles a little bit. I think everybody uses Bone Spear right now for Necromancers, but my goal is to get to 100, and then when Season 1 starts, I was going to try maybe do like a Druid for Season 1. I'm not sure yet. If I have time. This is kind of like my secondary game. I've always rotated a few games when I'm not recording. Vampire Survivors, Apex, Destiny 2. I've since stopped playing Destiny 2. I have not played it in a while. This kind of took over the loot aspect. I used to play games like The Division a lot. Neo was another one. So I only play like 2 games right now when I'm not recording. This is one, and then Apex. That's pretty much it. Enemies and controller. I'm playing on PC, but I just prefer... I don't like all the clicking. Probably gonna get maxed out here. How y'all doing? Alright, we got the corpse thing. Once they all go vulnerable, I mean, you just spam shadow damage. It's actually insane. This build's good for crowd control enemies, but if I'm paired with somebody, like if I do a dungeon with somebody else and they have like something that does insanely high damage, like burst damage, it pairs really well with this because I can kind of control the ads. The goal with this build is I want to get all the enemies to kind of follow me, play it like Geometry Wars a little bit, bring them all to like one area, and then just, once they're all together, just start going crazy. Very nice. And if you've never played a Diablo game, I don't know the loot-based stuff from 3 that well. You don't even have to kill the enemies. I gotta return the bloodstone to the pedestal. Okay, let's just focus on the objective. What I was gonna do is I was gonna show off dungeons I haven't done yet. Oh, we got a protection shrine. Not that I really need it with this build, I feel like. I have a lot of armor. Alright. Tendrils, everybody's vulnerable. Look at this damage. Actually insane. Back up to the enemies pop sometimes. There we go. But sometimes the Decrepify kind of... This is the thing right here. Sometimes it'll reduce the cooldown. And the Bone Storm is the thing that spins around, which I haven't really shown. Here, let me show off my Book of the Dead really quick as well, in case anybody wants to try this. I took a build. There's like so many websites that have like, hey, here's a build here, here's a build there. I took some off a website, but once I kind of started understanding the game, I just decided to kind of try my own stuff for a little bit. I wanted to try the shadow damage, so I got that. So I don't use the summon stuff anymore. I actually started with that, but I changed over. The vulnerable damage, increased damage to vulnerable enemies, which is really useful. Then you got this one, increases maximum life 10%, but you lose the ability to summon a golem. It's all about survivability, really. Oh, I didn't show the abilities. So here's what I started over here. The main one I use is Control. I got that activated because you want to level all the glyphs up to level 15 to then expand like the radius, I guess the red. As you level it up, it gets wider and wider. So you want to be able to grab as many things around it as possible. Then I use this board and I get, hold on, what's the main ability on this one? I don't think I even got that one. I could have went that route. I'm still trying to like flesh everything out. I don't want to go crazy. You have to rotate the board. Oh, win the world. Hopefully get a public event. Bloodstone. Let me go ahead and just hold on. Let me just take care of business really quick. I just had dinner and I was like, man, maybe I should just play some more Diablo and actually record it, because I did the member video and it went by so fast when I was playing it, because it's, you know, I'm more knowledgeable about it than I was. If I had made a video at launch versus now, it would have been night and day difference. I can always go back and play the campaign again if, like, down the road people want to see that. But I felt like it would just be boring content if I said, hey, here's 30 videos of Diablo, you know? Because every dungeon kind of has the same vibe. The game doesn't have any moments where it's like edge of your seat action type stuff, you know? It's just one of those games. It's just pretty chill. See if I can get everybody together here. Hold on. Back up. Oh, we got more. I do want to check one thing. Hold on, let me get my... Sorry, this is like super unprofessional. Give me 1 second. I usually have my phone. Should be good. They're out of town right now, so I wanted to make sure I have it next to me in case she calls me and needs anything. Just because I'm very protective of like Clem and my son and everything. So Clem and Ben, essentially. Big damage, big damage. You may hear fireworks, by the way. I'm recording this, especially when you're going to see it. This is a very tanky enemy. This might be a problem. That was bad. The tendrils missed. Yeah, this is the only part of the build I don't like, is when I get into a room and it's just me. Of course, they keep moving. Me and the other enemy. And they're very tanky. Or if they heal, it's even worse. Sometimes I'll have a nice shadow damage moment where it just does a lot. Essentially trying to get the corpses to spawn around the enemy, and then I can... Yeah, it's more of just a waiting around type thing. This isn't difficult by any means. It's just kind of annoying because you have to wait. The goal right now is to try to get the... I don't know what the name of the unique pants I want are. I don't have the basic attack as one of my primary things, so I'm kind of just at the mercy of hoping like crowd control helps out. This Bone Storm does a lot of damage up close. And every hit I'm getting like essence back, which is really nice. And then the Blood Mist. Still no corpses. All right. Should be about dead. Gonna have to do like the boss fights. There we go. GG. That wasn't even the boss, just a regular tanky enemy. Here's to hope that I get decent loot from this. We'll find out. Yeah, I was torn. It's like I thought about doing like here's a part 1, you know, beginning of the story. And I said this, I put the story mostly solo. I had help with a few things here and there, but for the most part, I just banged my desk with my elbow, sorry. For the most part, I just enjoyed it kind of in my spare time without really trying to do too much with it, you know? Gonna pull him back. Hold on. There we go. Big damage, big damage. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I still could use some work. I mean, the enemies in here are pretty... I don't know what like the modifiers are. I saw the shadow damage. It just popped it, so we'll see. Bring him in. Usually I'll pick up most rare things along the way. If especially I sell stuff after every dungeon, it seems like. Let's go to a boss if we can, or something's over here. Oh, the Bloodstone. Hoping we get an event. This is all right. I really like how... Wait, oh, I can't carry both. Never mind. Where's the spot where you deposit these? I don't think I've done this dungeon more than... maybe a few times, but I was getting carried. Now I'm kind of at a point where I'm trying to do stuff on my own. And I'm learning the... I'm learning the hard way how to fight some of these enemies. It's like instead of just getting carried everywhere. One over here. Let's see. Maybe they'll all come over here. Oh, here we go. I'll keep me. Yeah, I like the cooldown routes of everything. I mean, it's not always easy to get. But I just feel like with this build, I'm really at the mercy of hoping there's a ton of ads around me. That's like the goal right now. Just try to get swarmed with enemies. I fought the Butcher for the first time last night, actually, like on my own. I've always fought him with a group, and they always just melt him instantly. And it was pretty wild because I wasn't expecting to be able to like do much, but ran into a pack of enemies. Good to go. I always pick up the jewels and stuff because you can actually just equip those to stuff you're going to sell anyways. Was there nothing back here? Hopefully I find an event. The best way to get XP in this game is Hell Tides, this. I don't know about the Legion events. Sorry if I'm talking like you've already played the game. I feel like the game's been out a while, and if you're going to ever play Diablo, you probably know the terminology and all that, where I'm still kind of learning, so. Yeah, this build's probably not the most impressive to watch, but because it does... I will say this, if I'd recorded this video about a week ago, it was harder to see everything because the little corpse explosions or whatever they're called, they, there we go. Big damage, big damage. Ooh, we got an Ancestral, let's go. And it is a legendary Let's see what we got here. You know what? It's a wand. It's 782 item power, which is fine. You want over 800 to get like min-max, I feel like. Let me equip that to that. There we go. Each time one of your summoned minions. Yeah, I'm not really going to use that. Plus, I already have the aspect. I'll actually show you my stash and stuff here in a minute. I'm going to do this Nightmare Dungeon and then maybe another one, but I want to show off like my, I guess, things I've collected so far, you know? Kind of running around. I'm not supposed to like deposit this stuff, but I want to just like put all the enemies out too, just in case I get an event or see the butcher. Just never know. Wait a minute. And brings it back. Should be good. There we go. Not a lot of loot this time. When I did a dungeon earlier, I did 2 actually, and I got a ton of loot. Don't know what I was throwing that at. Nothing over here, okay. Let me just... I feel like everybody plays this class for the summon thing where you got all the skeletons kind of following you around everywhere. And that's cool, but man, they die off so fast. They really do. All right, let's just go, because I think I'm supposed to deposit this and then go get the other one anyways. Let me try going straight over here first. Get all the... Here's... Okay, they're both here. Enemies usually spawn every time you deposit. All right, here we go. Hey, we've got a Paragon point. Let's go, baby. I haven't really... After this, I'll show you, like, more about the build and everything I'm using, if you're interested. All right, so we'll get the other one, and I think we're good. I'm getting chased over here. Hold on. Yeah, my goal was to make like a part 1, brand new character and all that, but the game's been out for a little while now, and I just felt like, you know what, let's just make a single video, show off what we got. You know, maybe by the time I hit level 100, which is probably going to take a few more weeks, because I don't play it as much as I would like. Who knows? Maybe season 1 I'll like start fresh up. We'll kind of see. These enemies kind of confuse me. It's like they're walking away from me. It's like Tremors 2 when they evolve, and it's like before they all like popped with like the baby things, it was like they would go opposite directions from where people were. It was like the oddest thing. Hey, Pedro. Pedro. Man, I love that movie. I like Tremors 1 and 2, but not... not any of the other ones, probably. Now, if they brought back Kevin Bacon, the Baconator, with... I think the other guy passed away, but it's like... have something to deal with him, and it kind of continues some kind of part of the story from his perspective. That would be pretty cool. All right. Probably going to be a boss here that is going to be very tanky, and I'm going to just have to, like, tough it out. Here we go. 101. All right, here goes. We got 1 corpse. Not going to be much there, but... Hey, we're cooking a little bit. Wait a minute. Hopefully enemies get spawned, because... All right, now we're getting some shadow damage going. That's kind of where the build kind of... I guess excels, and we're good. Very nice. That's what I got from that. I got a chest piece, which is shadow resistance. You don't really need that. 790. Let me just equip those. Delete these other ones. I don't need the aspects. I'm not gonna worry about that. Too much resistance on that one. I don't really use shields or wand. Actually, the wand. Now, if I find a good one. That one's not bad, actually. You want vulnerable damage, you want crit strike damage. But I just feel like it's a lot of in-the-middle stats. Except for the, well... Actually, no, it's not bad. But I don't really need it. It's fine. Alright, sorry for the weird cut. So after you finish the Nightmare Dungeon, you basically use the glyph points you get to enhance these. You put these on the Paragon board and everything around it. If you get to the radius size... Max is at level 15, I believe. Yeah, these are 6 and they're fine. But once, I mean, there's no point in going higher than 15. I mean, you get increased stats, but you don't get them per level up. You only get it once you hit 21, which is an odd number. I mean, I guess in general it's an odd number, but also it's like weird that they chose that. Right now I'm uploading, let's see, I got this one maxed out. This is kind of what it does. Crowd control, you or your minions technically. Since you don't really have them with this build I'm using, I'm going to be doing the extra damage. And then you got Scourge, shadow damage over time, willpower, same thing, you basically and your minions. This is the next one I use, territorial. Damage reduction, close enemies, pretty nice. Darkness is the one I'm working towards equipping right now, and I'll actually show you. Here's how close I am. One more Paragon point, and I get it. So I can put it right there. The nodes I have, I started over here. I'll kind of show you. Start from there, worked our way up. We got this rare node right here, 20% damage. Put the control glyph here. Grab these other two. So the radius, when I get to level 15, it extends the red, and I can collect all the stuff I need for it. Because it'll have like a thing where you need like 40 intelligence for this. I went a little overboard on that. Then I went over here. Node for this one is Scourge. Legendary node for this one is up top. This is a big multiplier. Every board has this one legendary node as far as I know. Sorry if you hear fireworks. You might have just heard it there. I don't know. But grab some nodes along the way. That's kind of like what I've been doing. Shadow damage over time. Grabbing that. Then I come over here. I grabbed this and this. And obviously we got the glyph right there. I used territorial. Got enough dexterity for that one. I kind of looked around to make sure it was close by it. Stifle, I don't have enough dexterity. 20 more dexterity. You'll just kind of get that over time. I just got this board equipped like a few days ago. This right here is insane. If you're near 2 corpses, you gain 15% damage reduction. If you have no corpses, you do more damage. When I get here, I'll put the darkness one on. And I think after that, I can probably... I mean, we're not going left here. So once I get this one, I'll probably go down. Or I may just continue this way and get these to go there. We'll kind of see. But that's kind of what it is. Let me show you my stash. I'm going to do another dungeon. I may do Hell Tides if it's up. It spawns like every hour 45, I think. I remember I was gonna cover. Sorry, I'm drinking something right now. I was gonna cover this game at launch, and then let's see if the Hell Tides are up. Of course, it's not. It's like it's always up. That's funny. And then the one time I'm recording this game, it's not. Like I think I skim like right past it every single time.
Yes, yes.
Sell everything. Could go to the blacksmith, and you can change one perk on each piece of gear. And if you re-roll it, you need this currency. That is essentially... Okay, I don't have to repair anything. Good. I'll show you. If I want to re-roll, let me take you to...
Not while I'm in town.
I want to say it's... We'll go here, and then I'll go to my stash really quick. To level up stuff, here's I'll kind of show you what I've done with the gear I currently have. Alright, so we got... If I want to replace anything, here's kind of what it costs. It costs a lot. I got 25 million. That's one reroll. That's if I want to change 12.3% cooldown to 14.6 by a chance. That's probably not going to happen. So, I don't know. It's like, do I want to do that or not? Kind of thinking right now what else I would want on there. I don't know if that's the best one. But everything else is kind of like for this one, for instance, hold on, that's the imprint aspect. Let me just use my mouse. I use my mouse when I do the inventory stuff. This one's 4 million. If I want to get more shadow damage, that's a lot of gold. No thanks. I'm gonna get rid of these pants eventually. I think I had to roll the third. Yeah, you can see the little has like a little blue reroll symbol thing next to it as well in the actual gear piece. But I don't need damage reduction while fortified. It's a complete waste, but I can't get rid of it because I changed everything to blood mist. These I really like. I got crit strike chance. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it. It started out at like 3%. I increased it to 5. I could always, or 6.3, I mean. I could also change it if I need to, but not gonna worry about these rings. I got vulnerable damage. I could also increase the Bone Storm and Blood Wave aspect a little bit more. I think all of these could be enhanced. This one could buy like 2%. So the uniques in the game are these three things right here. This one rolled with 40%. I got that to drop in the video I did before this. That's insane. The highest I had was 39. And it's actually a higher like item power as well. It was 791. I enhanced it to 25 more. These just kind of help. You know, a little trail of ice behind you. Or frost, whatever it's called in this game. Corpse explosions. This is really big on my builds. The uniques actually have passive traits that don't change. They're just always going to be different types. This amulet is actually pretty good. I got damage reduction, distant enemies, close enemies, total armor, and cooldown, which, I mean, that's about as good as it gets. Now, the imprint, it could be a little bit better. It goes from 75 to 180. It's at 159. This isn't, I don't really feel like this is that necessary, because I don't know if this blood mist leaves a trail that lasts for 4 seconds in deal. So I don't know if that trail gets affected by the trail for the boots. I don't know. But it's kind of what I'm working with right now. I'll show you my stash, and then we will keep it going. Not sure how long to really play. I'm just kind of enjoying it. Here's what's funny. After I get done making this video, I'll probably be playing this game with friends, just because it's late at night. All right, the first two stashes, here's what I've been doing. I will collect anything that I want the aspect from, or if it's a nice piece of gear that I may want to try later on. Usually sacreds, which are these. So you get the legendary, you got sacreds, then you got the ancestrals. They kind of have a different little like glow to each one. This one I take if I don't know if I have it, because you can't sort by aspect, which I really hate in this game. I keep ones that are high rolled as much as possible. Like, hey, if I want to try this, here's an extra one for the barrier for the bone storm. Is it 2 to 5%? It's 4. It's decent, you know. This is 3 to 5. It's 4 as well. I was given this chest piece by somebody because they said I was doing a lot of shadow damage, that this might help. Might be nice. Crowd control. Yeah, so it's like a lot of random stuff. So anything I collect, if we was to do that same dungeon again and I get something decent, I'll put it in chest 1 or chest 2. Chest 3 is all the uniques I've gotten. So you have this for the bone spear. I mean, this is a max roll for the... Yeah, this is really good. For the actual aspect part itself, it's actually max, but it does go higher. See, the item power's 794. Once you get over 800, I think max is 820. It'll increase the range at which it could be. Instead of 1449, it can go to 1507, but this is also a higher roll. Luckily, I don't use that helmet yet. I have sold some sacred uniques, but because basically you don't really need those after you get the ancestral. I got 2 of those. This dropped yesterday for me, but I don't really... It's a pretty low roll as far as the bone spirit part. Obviously, it could be 2 or 3, but the 10 through 5, which is an odd way to reverse it, I guess. Some of these... Hold on. Yeah, it's like lower to higher on all these except for that. It's kind of odd. Bloodless Scream. Got a few of those. Black River is the same one I'm already using. This is another one I have that was pretty good, but I already have that same one equipped. Where's the one I was using? Here's the one I had fully upgraded. This is what I swapped out earlier today when I was doing the member video. 39%. So it's like that little increase helped a lot. We got the greaves. I thought about switching out the boots that I have right now for those, but I don't know. I really just want to just use... I want this aspect on boots if it can be on there, and then switch this out with the unique, but I don't have the unique. So that's pretty much all that. Now, this last chest is any aspect that's 100%. So 20 to 50, it's 50. Any of these will be maxed out. And I could take these off. You can also, if you want to extract them, it costs a bunch of gold, which is why I just kind of keep them in the chest. I put some extra ones here, too. I don't really extract a lot unless I absolutely need it. So, all right. Let's keep it going, shall we? What is currently up? The world boss was a cool thing when the game first came out, but now it's like people kill the boss so fast. You know, it's like you can't really do much. Okay, I'm going to just take a random Druid only. Like, these aren't going to help me at all. I'll get this one. If you've never done a normal dungeon and you do it for the first time, you get an aspect. It's a bare minimum aspect, but you can imprint it if you want a certain aspect on something. You can imprint it and it'll be like, if it says 5% to 20, It'll always be 5. But it's infinitely able to be used.
Not while I'm
Versus
in
if it's imprinted, you can't take it off. Which is why I save a lot of extra gear. But I was just going to do kind of like I did earlier and just maybe run through a dungeon, show it off. That'll kind of be the video, I guess. But I just wanted to just try and see if I get anything decent. I haven't done a normal dungeon in a while. I would just do nightmares, but it seems like everybody already just goes for the same ones. That's why I got to get these done simply for this right here. I'm going to get attacked while showing you. This is essentially the region progress. Got all the waypoints, all the strongholds. Right now working on side dungeons. Now the altars, I need to get those. Those are just more of like, hey, Google it and then go collect them. But kind of what I'm working with. I really want to get those 4 Paragon points once you get the full thing, Matt. Because you get 20 total if you get all of them. Which is a lot. That's a lot more intelligence, a lot more dexterity, willpower if I need it. Pretty much makes your entire build better. It's like equivalent to what, 5 levels? 20 points? Because you get 4 per level. I'm really glad I waited to make a video on this game because I bought it for PS5. I thought it was really well done on there. Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Pop one of these. All right. By the way, the elixirs, if you don't know, they just give you 5% XP for half an hour, but they all do something different. I just pop a random one because I don't feel like the effects are that strong. So, it is what it is. I've never done this dungeon. Otherwise, I would have the aspect. So, I don't know where we're going or what we're doing. But I'm kind of treating it like Castlevania, where if the map's been undiscovered, I just go there. That's all I'm really doing. I do think it's kind of odd how, while the game just came out, and I'm big on like loot-based games. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna be fighting these enemies. Let's see how it's gonna be. The enemies in here will be a lot easier than the nightmare dungeon I was doing a minute ago, but I don't know about how much. These enemies also really annoying. Tendril, and then we start. Shadow damage.
I need more time.
Hey, appreciate all you support my channel this year. I know it's kind of been like a lot of random stuff lately. I haven't had a lot to play, and then I think I was playing like, what was I playing recently? Like Final Fantasy, Amnesia, a lot of like random games, you know. Fallen Storm, get them all over here, and then just bring them in. I don't know if the loot is different in a normal dungeon. I really have no idea. I know like the enemies don't scale as much. I was fighting against like level 100 enemies earlier. There we go. Whereas this is always going to be either even or... What are we doing? We got 2 doors. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, all these doors just keep opening. Okay. So we're going... It looks like it says destroy the idol of the overseer and the Seaborn Goddess. Okay. So we'll keep on exploring. The fact that, here's what I'll say about this being a loot-based game and them kind of getting it right. It reminds me, so, for instance, Destiny 2 right now is in a pretty rough state, at least for me it is. I don't know how everybody else feels about it if you've been playing it for a while. I just haven't had the urge to play it. And like the last 2 seasons, I've kind of just been like I'm good, you know? And I wanted a loot-based game I could just like dive into and it's more technical. We could go all the way down, I guess. And this just kind of scratches that itch, I feel like, with wanting a good loot-based game. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me back up. This is going to detonate. All right, here we go. Night night. This is like a portal? What is this? I have no idea what this is, by the way. I have no idea where we're going. All right. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that.
I'm not ready.
The reason certain people farm like certain dungeons is like the enemy density is pretty bad in some, so you don't get a lot of XP. Versus other ones, it's like, I mean, there's so many. Like Blind Burrows is a very popular one. This must be an event. Hold on. Usually like there's a person there. Master at Arms. What enemy is this?
Be careful.
I gotta admit, this game is actually surprisingly well optimized. Like, I played it on PS5 and PC mostly, but I use the PS5 controller just because ever since 3, I remember playing 3 with some friends one time, just because we was all bored. We all decided to get it, and you talking about your hand hurting afterward. I mean, you're click for hours, and it's just like, I'm good. I just can't do that anymore. I can't. So I bought a PS5 controller specifically for this game so I could just chill out, play it, and just move my character with a thumbstick. Because I am not about to move my hands. No thanks. Yeah, the goal is to go through all the dungeons. I'm just kind of taking you with me right now. All right, here's one of the things. Got you.
I need more essence.
Well, it's actually good there's enemies right here. I'll keep them all kind of together. That way I can at least get this. There we go. All right, that was one down. Let's kind of see if we got any loot right now that's worth holding on to, I guess. Probably not. Dexterity Corpse Explosion. That's a 3, which is nice, but everything else is pretty bad. Let's see what else we got. Sacred. I'll automatically scrap those because their item power only goes to like 700 maybe? I'm not really sure. Ancestrals go from like 700 to 820. I don't know what the range is on Sacred, which I'm getting a lot of Sacreds, but it's probably also because this is an old, like, non-nightmare dungeon, you know?
I need more time.
I saw people make hardcore characters, and that's if you die once, you lose everything. And I'm just like, I can't even imagine. Like, I took a lot of time with this account just to kind of get things rolling, and I would be so upset if that happened to me. Especially I've seen some of the deaths, and they're like from glitches. Like, man, forget all that.
I need more time.
Originally I was gonna make this video when I got to level 100, but my build's kind of where I want it, minus the last glyph. All right. I'm guessing the other one's upper left.
I need more time.
It's been an odd time for gaming because I felt like we had a lot of games. Okay, it's locked. We had a lot of games early on in the year, and then it just, oh, but it's this turret. On a higher difficulty, that turret is scary. Not so much right now, but
I need more time. I'm out of essence.
I shoot. Hold on, what? Let me get the enemies first. Kind of show you the actual abilities itself. So if I go here, skill tree. Here's what I'm using technically. So I have Reap, which is like a basic attack. I don't even have that equipped. I use Blight, which kind of makes like a little puddle, you know. Then I got Blood Mist, which is obviously really, really strong. I got it at rank 9 out of 5, which is a little overkill. Corpse Explosion maxed out, which it could go higher if I have it on my armor, I guess. But I'm good. Tendrils, 4 out of 5. Decrepify is what I've been using. I may eventually take the Tendrils. I have 3 extra points put into that because it was 1 out of 5. Basically to help with the cooldown, but this helps a lot with a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's active cooldowns by 1 second. It's not much, but it's enough. This is like the ultimate, which is really useful. I mean, you're talking about some serious armor when you're getting attacked. I feel like this enemy's gonna be a problem. Hold on. I don't even need to fight this one. I think we're good. We're going through this portal anyways. Here we go. we go. Easy damage. It's one of those games, I can't see it being a really cool game to watch somebody play. Maybe streaming it to get like loot drops or something, or whatever they're called. Switch drops. Something like that, maybe, but... Oh, I got an Ancestral. Nice. Seems to be decent. Hold on. Alright, we got... Shadow damage over time, pretty low roll, Bone Spear. Just nothing good. It's like... Good there. Help, I beg you. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I didn't sign up for this. I gotta do it, sorry. Really, another back-to-back. Now, if I happen to get a unique, which I probably won't, that was a little star on the map. What we got here? Critical strikes, sever. Oh, hold on. How y'all doing? Kind of decent loot in here, actually. I think I got more Ancestral legendaries than I have the entire other dungeon. You know? And this isn't even a nightmare dungeon. Gather around, gather around. Ooh, that almost killed me. All right, now we're out of here. All right, travel out, and then... Wait, can you hop down? No, that'd be kind of weird if you could, right? The game's not really like that. I just realized I didn't increase the brightness of this game when I started it. When I play, it's kind of dark, but hopefully in the videos it's fine. I'll add some brightness to it, hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Like, talk about a chill game to play and just like kill time. Granted, some stuff does get kind of like time consuming. You get too far in a dungeon, get something come up, but it's like I compare this to doing like a Destiny 2 strike, you know? All right, now the doors should be open. We're going to the left. Yep, right through here. Might be a boss or basic enemy. All right, get rid of those extra corpses to get some more essence.
Brothers and sisters of the tribe.
I always stop those immediately. You get them every single time you do the dungeons, I feel like. Wait, so what was back here? Hold on.
I'm not ready yet.
It's like a little lab area. All right. I think the vibe of this game is something I really like a lot. Is that's because I always played games like Vampire Survivors, Castlevania's always been a big thing for me. Diablo just kind of has that same feeling of those games to me. You got the undead, you got different types of classes, like Altered Beast type stuff with the Druid. It's just, oh, it's just cool. That's the boss in there? Hold on, what is over here? Why is this room even here? Hold on. Room's just there for no reason. I love it. I'm still trying to travel. Oh, Conduit Shrine. Hold on. Easy kills. There we go. Kind of wondering how much further I can go without getting to the boss. I feel like any door now is gonna be the one, you know. All right, we're near the boss. I think this, if I go forward, it's going to be the boss. But let's see what's back here. If I run into an event, those drop a lot of XP because there's just so many ads.
I'm not ready yet.
Do some free XP here. Here we go. Big damage. All right, this is where my build struggles a little bit. Gonna be struggling against the boss probably. Here we go. Oh, it's one of these. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Tomb Lord. I fight the same enemy so many times.
I'm not ready.
Not the best damage, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's like every few corpses I pop do an insane amount of damage. You can see it kind of stacking up there, and the vulnerability. GG. And that's it. That's all you do. It's pretty much the way the game is. Okay, now we got it. Dungeon complete. Nice. We unlocked this aspect, which I'm never going to use it, but if I ever needed it, hey, now I have it unlocked completely. It is odd, though, on the map, you can actually... You can unlock aspects for other classes, but I don't know if the aspects are account-wide or if they're just... I mean, if they are account-wide, that makes more sense, but I don't think they are for some reason. So what I do after each one, sell everything unless it's got something amazing. I feel like I've seen a lot of these so many times. I'm kind of like, do I really need it? Two-headed sword. Man, the item power is so low. I think one thing I also like about this game that a lot of people don't even mention is the fact that if you, let's say you got like a god roll for something, you don't have to worry if it doesn't have sockets. You can actually put them on there later on, you know?
All things have value.
So like, for instance, if you drop the same chest piece without 2 sockets, you take it over to the jeweler. I think it's this person, yep. And then you can kind of just, you can craft gems. You can unsocket them, which is kind of odd. You can't just unequip them from that. You can add sockets here, though, if you really need to. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show off what I've been playing in my spare time, just kind of in the month of June, really. Well, it's July now, but you get the idea. Just kind of like a nice game to play when you're just chilling out. Nothing too crazy, not overwhelming. You get to play it with friends, or you can do solo stuff. It's just been really easy since I had my son. It's kind of a nice game to play. So, anyways, love you all. If you want any more Diablo videos, maybe after I hit 100, or if I have like a... Now, there's uniques that drop after level 85, apparently, that are insanely rare. And I don't know anybody that has them. It's like, I don't know what the percentage is. It's insanely rare, though. So if I ever get one, I'll definitely make a video, but for now, this will be it. Game's lagging for some reason. Not sure what's going on. But anyways, thank you all for supporting this. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you very, very soon. All right, peace.